What's up, y'all? It's me, it's your boy Asmongold, and today I'm going to talk about something that a lot of people have asked me about. Now, whenever I did my 20,000 subscriber video, I talked about a creator's workshop, and I'm going to kind of follow that up, and I'm going to talk to you guys today about my philosophy with creating YouTube videos and what I put into creating videos on kind of like a psychological and personal level, so a lot of people can kind of get that get inside my head to where they can take that first step that I did. Okay, and that's kind of like that's what I want you guys to get out of this video. Kind of like, as I said before, my like YouTube philosophy, why I make videos, and like kind of how I make videos. Now, the first thing that I do is I make sure that I look on YouTube. Sometimes I haven't really done this very recently, but I used to always look on YouTube, and I used to make sure that nobody else has done a guide for this before. Because if somebody else has done a guide for it, I can look at this guide and I can say, hey, is this a good guide or not? Or is this a good video in general? It doesn't really necessarily have to be a guide, but something very similar. And so I look at this video and I say, this is a pretty good video, but I can improve on this, I can improve on that. And if I think there are enough things I can improve on, I go ahead and I make a new video about relatively the same things and try and improve on what that person didn't do. Okay, but the thing is, there are a lot of videos, a lot of people out there who make good videos, and that's why, like, a lot of times that people will ask me, like, will you make a video about this? And I just link them to somebody else's video because somebody else already put in the work and they already did all this stuff. And so, what is the real point of making another video of basically the same thing when somebody else has already pretty much like already covered that ground? Focus on something that you yourself can do that's unique. And I think that's really what it comes down to, is that you have to be able to bring something to the table. Now, whenever I make a video, I look at either doing two things. I look to either educate or I look to entertain. That's it. If my video doesn't do those two things, one of those two things, hopefully both in some of them, but at least one of them, I don't put the video out. There have been quite a few videos, like some videos where it's just like me and you guys talking, and sometimes I just don't really put them out. I think that, like, people aren't really going to get anything out of this. They're going to finish the video and be like, well, there's 10 minutes gone, right? And so I try to make sure that that doesn't happen. And I think that's really important for you guys to think that too. I see a lot of people when they've sent me videos and they show me these videos, and these are hilarious videos for them and their 3 friends that made the video, but nobody else is really going to think this is very funny. And so it's very important to make sure that whenever you make a video, you have to figure out some sort of value add that you can give to that video, to whenever your viewer sees that video, they get something out of it. They're either entertained or they come out of it with some sort of new information or knowledge that will help them in the future. That is a huge, huge thing. Another thing that this has become more of an issue now that I have more subscribers, more people watch videos, all that other stuff, is that I see other people who are kind of where I'm at, farther than I am along, people who have like 50,000, 100,000, 200,000 subscribers. And I think that there's a really big problem whenever a content creator, such as myself or these other people, puts making an income above or between helping their viewers and catering to their viewers. And this is a huge, huge thing. I really do not like, I guess, like the commercialization of just like video games in general. I know a lot of people might not like that I'm not really very into it. I'm not very into, oh, buy a t-shirt, get like these different codes, everything like that. I just like playing video games, you know what I mean? I don't really want to be bombarded with things like that. Like, obviously I have ads in my videos, and the ad revenue helps me. I'm able to pay for things, and that's great. And so it helps like augment my expenses or my expenditures and whatever else. That's great. But the thing is that I always try and make sure that I do the videos to help you guys out. And that is so, so important, guys. Please do not ever go into making videos for people. Don't go into making things like that. Don't do it for money. And I know what happens. I really do. People, they start making videos and they have like 1 or 2 videos that go, I guess, like viral. Not really viral, but they get really popular. Maybe they get like 20,000 views on a video in a week or something like that. And like whenever you're first starting out, that's a really big deal. And so I'm going to tell you guys a story is what happened in Diablo. Okay, you guys, this was kind of a while ago, but whenever Reaper of Souls came out, whenever 2.0, which is the Diablo patch, came out, I went fucking balls to the wall with making Diablo videos. Like, I made like 6 videos in a day, and like I just, oh my god, like if you typed in Asmongold on Google or on YouTube, the searches, it would autocomplete to Asmongold Diablo before it auto-completed to Asmongold World of Warcraft. And so I was more well known for Diablo than I was even known for WoW. And so the reason for that is that I put so much work and so much effort into making sure that I was the top person. You know, I would always have the exploit videos out day one. You know, I always had out, you know, like different farming methods day one. You know, putting out that effort, and it was really hard. And I got a lot of ad revenue for some of those videos because some of those videos got like 70,000 views in a day, and so that was fucking awesome, right? And I started realizing that I was like kind of worrying whenever I didn't make a video that wasn't as popular. You know, oh, this video didn't really do as well. You know, I didn't really get posted. Like this video didn't get put on the front page of the site. Shit, you know, people didn't really. And it was like kind of like a roller coaster. And I remember I'd stay up until I think like one of the Diablo videos where like I'm farming rats, I think in like some sewer, with like the firewalkers boots. I stayed up until 8:30 in the morning to finish doing that video to make sure that I got that video out the day that it was announced on or found out on different forums and everything like that. And I did that, and I put in a lot of work. Like I started working on that video at like 5 in the morning. I figured everything out, and I was really proud of myself. And I went to bed, and I woke up the next morning, and it had like 20,000 views. And that was just like one night I got that many views on the video. And it was a huge, huge success. I was so happy. I was proud of myself. It was great. But honestly, guys, it's a roller coaster. And, you know, as the game started dying down, Diablo 3 Reaper Souls, I kind of realized that, you know, this can't always continue. And I looked back and I said, you know, I'm going to start making videos, because at that point I kept trying to make videos to like kind of, all right, what's my next video that's going to really hit and, you know, like make as much money as I can and, you know, get as many views as I can, many subscribers, everything like that. And I did that, and I was successful at it. And I have a lot of like very, very well-known Diablo 3 videos because of all the time that I put into it, and like making sure that I was the first person to bring out the exploits in the different videos and methods and all that stuff, and things that are maybe exploits. So anyway, after that, I went back to WoW. I didn't get as many views because of, you know, like not as many people knew me through WoW as they did in Diablo. And I started creating videos more seriously and less professionally. And I think that's the best way that I can put it. And what I mean by that is that I stopped looking at like how much ad revenue I'd get every day. I just looked at how many views and who I'm helping in each video. And even today, that's what I really try and do. I hardly ever look at like my analytics. I try not to really ever look at like, you know, how my videos are doing. I try to only look at what do people need help with and how can I help them. And I think that that's one of the best things that that somebody coming into you know, content creation, you know, creating videos, doing whatever else, that's one of the best things that that they can do. Another thing, guys, that's really important is a if not daily, is a regular upload schedule. Now, there are a lot of people who do not upload regularly, and a lot of those people are not as well known. They're not as popular, and if they are very popular, it's because they've been doing it a long time. One of the best ways to kind of get started and get ready and like kind of start doing this, you know, making videos and all that, is to make sure that you upload on a semi-regular schedule. I try to upload once a day. That's my goal. A lot of times I don't meet that. Actually, sometimes I don't meet that goal. A lot of times I do. But sometimes I don't meet that goal. It's better to upload one video every day rather than uploading 7 videos in one day and none of the rest of the videos for the rest of the week. Just so you get people coming back to your video, coming back to your channel, and like looking at it. So this is like, it creates a reinforcement pattern, you know, again, brain magic. And so again, that's what a lot of it comes down to, guys, is that you've got to kind of get people in the loop and like kind of, I guess like, I'm trying to think of a way to put this. Get people in the habit of watching your videos, and not just whenever it's something that you like. And another thing, guys, I'm going to tie this in to the same thing, is that you kind of, whenever I first started making my videos, I wanted to make my videos with a pure informational aspect. You know, I would make, and like you guys can see this, like you look at my my first videos, almost all my videos, I don't really say anything funny. I occasionally, like, yeah, I'll say something like whatever, but most of the time it's just me giving out information, you know, just flat out. But the more I was like, I did the transmog video, and people really liked that, and that was more of a funny video. People liked the big dick DPS guides, who the fuck wouldn't? Of course, you know, who doesn't like to be top DPS? And they also like the elitist video and just a few other ones too. And so I've really tried to incorporate a lot of my personality into my videos, but also stay and make sure that it's not like, hey, look at me, you know, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, big dick DPS, who needs DPS when you have swag, you know, all this other crazy shit. And like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm doing this video, and so here's how you kill the guy, he's dead. Thanks for watching, like, comment, subscribe, right? And so that's fucking retarded. You don't want to do that, but it's always a, there's a gradient, there's a spectrum, there's a bell curve, and not a bell curve, that's not a good one. There's a gradient and there's a spectrum that you can use. Here's what I say in terms of personality. Is be yourself +1. Okay? That's what I try and do. Because you can't, like, I'm not going to go on camera and act like I'm somebody else. You know, I'm not going to go on camera and act like, you know, I'm like a very a shy person. And I'm also not going to go on camera. Fucking, I hate that thing. It's here every day. There's this moth, and it's a baby moth, and it's been getting bigger every day, and it gets in my way more and more. I thought I killed it yesterday. I didn't. It's back. The point is, be who you are, and try and emphasize aspects of your personality that people like. Do not try and be somebody that you're not. Don't pretend like you're this super outgoing person if you're not. Do not pretend like you're this like super intelligent, you know, like very thought out person. Just like any different personality trait that you think would be cool. Make sure that you don't do what you think is cool. Make sure that you do what you feel comfortable doing. Because one thing that's very easy for me to do is make a video and I'm me. I'm me. I make a video, I'm me. How fucking easy could it be, right? I wake up and I'm me every day. That happens literally every fucking day. So anyway, you definitely want to make sure that you incorporate some level of personality into your videos to where people can actually make a personal connection with you. Not just, you know, hey, there's this guy that makes videos, but whenever, like, that's why I have, like, my webcam, I do that too, and also that's because it's also very easy for me to do because that's how I record audio. But also, I also added in, you know, obviously I could just, like, read something off of a script or something like that, but usually I just might write down a few notes here, but here and there, but honestly, most of the time I don't really have much of a script, I just kind of go off of what's going on screen. And so anyway, what's important with that is that you have to make sure that your viewers have somebody that they can connect to. Like, nobody really wants to, if people want to read how to do something, they could read the Wowhead guide, and there's no personality in there because it's just text, or at least very minimal. You know, it's not like Kurt Vonnegut's writing it or something like that. And anyway, the point is that you want to basically put personality into your videos, but don't overdo it. Be yourself +1. Another thing, and this ties back into the income thing, is respect for your viewers. Now, what I try and do is whenever I don't put out a video, I could put out a video every single day, no problem. The reason I don't do it is that some videos are what I call non-content videos. And some of those is like the video I did about like the Warlords of Draenor release event. And that's why I actually held off making this video. I was going to make this video like a week ago, but I didn't because I've already done a few, like, you know, just like me and you talking. And the problem with that is that I don't really want to change the focus of this channel. This channel is, yeah, of course, it's obviously my channel. It's my name. You know, Asmongold, you know, definitely. It's on my birth certificate. And, but at the same time, I definitely want to make sure people have my opinion on stuff. But I don't want to kind of do a bait and switch. Now, I remember I watched this one guy. This was good, right? He decides that throughout, like, his video creating career or whatever, he decides, guess what, guys? I'm going to be a life coach. And so he starts making like these like life coaching videos, and people fucking hate it because they subscribe to his channel to watch one thing, and then he changes what his channel is going to be about to something else, okay? And that is something that I think is very, I wouldn't really say unethical, but it's kind of fucked, all right? So not quite unethical, just fucked. And so you shouldn't do that. Make sure that whenever your people, your viewers subscribe to your channel, there's like a clear, obvious thing why they're subscribing to your channel. They're subscribing to your channel probably for your content about a certain game or something like that for you. And so if you kind of do a bait and switch, like if I were to do a video about like social justice or some sort of like political opinion that I have, I would put that video probably on my other channel. And it's the same thing as like on my Facebook page. I'm not going to share some like guns rights thing or something like that, like constitutional rights, on my Facebook page, because that's not what my viewers are for. Even though I might believe in something, I don't want to kind of like use my viewers as like a vehicle to propel myself into something that I don't really know about. So if I ever do kind of bridge the gap between like making videos about video games and making videos about something else, like commentary in general, I will probably separate the two in one way or another, and probably not even put them on this channel. And so anyway, don't bait and switch your audience. Don't bait and switch your audience. Another thing, guys, a couple things I want to talk about. Let me see how long this video is. Okay, yeah, this is kind of long. Kind of got to cut this. I don't want to just kind of go on and on and on and on, because I could. So I don't really want to have that happen. Again, I want to recap on what we talked about, because I've talked about a lot of things. I might have gotten distracted. I know with the fucking moth. I don't know where he is anymore. But the moth, and then a couple other things. Make sure that you look at your viewers as your audience and not your income. And again, that ties into respect your viewers. And also, aside from that, is make sure that you do not bait and switch your audience. You know, don't make videos about one thing and then come out and start making videos about something else, and stop making videos about the first thing that people are all there for. Obviously, switching games is different, but I'm talking about, as I said before, somebody makes videos about games, and then they turn around and say, I'm a fucking life coach. You know, I'm sorry, but like, the person was like 21 or something like that. You're not a life coach. Get the fuck out of here. And so anyway, I don't like that at all. And so anyway, again, also make sure that you have a value add for your videos. That means that whenever somebody finishes your video, they finish watching your video, they say, wow, that was funny, I got something out of that, or wow, I actually learned something from that. For me personally, it's to either educate or entertain, okay? Those are the two main things that I focus on, and if my video doesn't do either one of those, it's not a video. And so make sure that you definitely do that. Other than that, guys, there's a couple of like kind of common sense things, and we're going to be doing more of these. I've had a lot of people contact me for the Creators Workshop, and I will get that another plug real quick. If you're a content creator and you need help creating videos, or something I would prefer, it's somebody who's already created videos beforehand, because there are a lot of people who are prospective, and I can maybe do a general video on that, but there are a lot of people who message me who are like that. But I would prefer that if you had already some videos that you've created, so we actually have a starting point rather than like a conceptual thing. But either way, go ahead and send me a PM on YouTube, and we can figure it out. I also have send me a message on Facebook, facebook.com/Asmongold. I think it's in the description. It's like a default thing that I put in the description. And so you can send me a message on there too. I reply to pretty much everybody. If I didn't reply to you from the last time, I'm sorry. I might have missed the messages. As I said, I got a ton of messages. And so if I missed somebody, I'm sorry. Just send me another message, and I'll get back to you anyway. Either way, guys, I really hope this helped you. I really feel pretty strongly about this, because there's a lot of people out there who go about making videos the wrong way, and you know, I'm not like some kind of fucking genius. You know what I mean? It's like I'm not like Steven Spielberg or something like that. You know, some like amazing video creator. You know, like Ray William Johnson or something like that. No, I'm just making videos. I'm a guy who makes videos, and these are my insights. This is what I do. Hopefully, it helps you guys too. But if not, as I said before, if you do want to participate in the Creators Workshop, we can definitely set that up. Just make sure that you can message me, like you're on like your YouTube channel that you're on, and just like some kind of stuff like where you want to go, where you are, you know, and kind of all that stuff. But anyway, guys, I guess I'll wrap this up. Is it 20 minutes yet? Oh, geez, almost. Anyway, it's pretty much all I got. So if you have any other questions about the whole video creating and, you know, what goes into it for me, let me know. I'll be glad to answer them. But besides that, thanks for watching, and like, comment, subscribe.